Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, he roasted her. Hmm. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. Damn the follow-up bird! Get her out, Phoenix! Hey guys, we're back in the courtroom for another Turnabout Tuesday. And it's time to see if we can clear Maya's name over the murder of her sister. And we're going up against our biggest shipping fodder for the series. Also, I apologize for the last video. Apparently some of the higher voices I was using were actually so squeaky that they weren't being picked up with my mic, so I might do some different ones for especially the one busty crazy chick. Anyway, court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Implications already, off to a great start. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name's Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. I totally forgot what accent I gave him. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here, and the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. That is one heavy-ass clock. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Alright, so we now have the floor plans. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir! I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Alright, let's go over Maya's arrest, even though we were actually there for this. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Shh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Huh. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright, let's see what we can press here. Okay, as soon as the phone call came in, you rushed to the scene. Two people there already. Me and Maya, yep, that is correct. Immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. We had a witness account describing her. Witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Okay, To be fair, you didn't arrest her immediately. So let's press him on that. Why's that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Okay. Maybe we need to press him on everything, because I don't think that takes anything away from us. Let's see. Okay, let's see if you really rushed there. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call's from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. 2 people there already, yep. Miss Maya Fey and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I guess let's press on the description. Hold on just 1 second. Ooh, music stopped. I think I got the right one. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? Oh, gumshoe. I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. All 3 of them in agreement. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. Yeah, she is very, very pink. She's like those fan interpretations of Crazy Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Oh, yes. Gah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Alright, so we've made some progress. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's fingers. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. That is a lot of conjecture right there. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? Valid question. Very valid question. I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay, let's ask a question about this hard evidence. Secret suspect examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. The word Maya was written clearly in blood. Showed blood was the victim's. Blood on the victim's finger. Wrote the killer's name. Let's do that one. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Ah, sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. No, it's a video game. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Oh, there's Miles. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Again, that is a lot of conjecture. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Okay. Found a memo written on... Let's see. This is where I just go ahead and drop a quick save. Just to be sure I don't mess anything up too bad. Okay. Examine the crime scene. Did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling. Okay. Found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Then who did write it, smarty pants? Who? The killer could have written it. The killer. Anyone can see that. Oh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Huh. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. Word Maya was written clearly in blood. Result to show that the blows of victims found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, detective? Oh, the right hand. She was right-handed. Ha ha ha, nice try. Uh-oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. It's a fair question. Let's see. Anything in my evidence I could maybe use? I want to check this real quick. Nah, I don't think I can really use this for much. Do I just need to press them on everything? Examine it with your own eyes. Memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Maya clearly written in blood. Maybe press on that. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, here they take the little bits in the in the blood, your hemoglobin, hermogoblin, zobgaba, hermogoblin bobbin. I now love the term hermogoblin. I refuse to testify in this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe? Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation. As should you. Oh no, threatening the poor guy's job. That was a mess. Right, where was I? Is there anything that I missed? Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh, he sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. There's gotta be something that I'm missing here. Okay. I know I pressed on that one. Did I already do this one? I mean, hey, we're throwing out conjectures here. Well, it could have been the witness, Miss May. Hold on. The witness was in her hotel room, not the office. Try pulling the other leg, Mr. Wright. Yeah, and while you're at it, pull mine too, pal. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. Word Maya was written in blood. Yeah, let's see if it was me who wrote that. Yeah, we pressed on the victim's blood being hers. We pressed on the blood on the finger. So am I supposed to present something? Yeah, so what about victims writing their killers' names? Okay, I've got to be missing something here. Has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Okay. So what am I... Let's see... Forced trauma, death was in... Hold up. Actually, wait, that actually works. Okay. It said that... Let's see... Okay, so... The lab result says that she died instantly. So if she died instantly, then how did she write the message? Oh, finally, yes, got it. Okay. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This is one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could it have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... No butting your way out of this, detective. Heck yeah, the contradiction has been uncovered. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Day after the murder? I think it was. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. Oh, wait. You got us with the fresh evidence that wasn't submitted yet? Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. You're so pompous, but you're still one of my favorite characters, damn it. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? The detective's a sham. Because I can't really insult him. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? I thought... Detective Gumshoe? I'm disappointed in you handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Oh... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. You haven't talked to her much, have you, Edgeworth? She is neither poor nor innocent. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part? That's what I was just saying. Yes, exactly what part of her is innocent? Her still striking the cute cat girl pose with her big bazoingas out. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. I'm trying not to make her voice as high this time. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. They like the bouncing bazoingas. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. They haven't seen the crazy yet, Phoenix. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in my hotel room, teehee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Alright, crazy, let's get your wig snatched. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. I absolutely believe she's the kind who would say wink out loud. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, don't you? Or didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Heck yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edward doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Let's go ahead and save real quick so I don't accidentally screw it up now that I've gotten this far. Yes, I'm aware I'm save scumming, I don't care. Alright, it was 9 at night. I'll just check my evidence real quick. Let's see, that was the murder scene map. Broken glass by the nightstand. I'm gonna check this real quick. Now, this is her call. Okay, so their call was in the morning. Okay. Okay, so she did say she was gonna see her at 9. So that part is correct, at least. Okay. I just want to double check it, make sure I wasn't missing anything too obvious. Looked out the window. Let's ask her why she's looking out the window. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know, had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. You know, let's go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out the window at that time of night. Ooh. Ah, the crazy showing. The mask is slipping. Darn it, Edgeworth. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl. Order? Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl, what about poor me? You looked out the window, what did you see next? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Alright, let's press a little. The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey? Slender, sorta, well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right there. I question the testimony, though. Hold on a minute. The testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. This is probably gonna earn me some detractors, but I'm gonna save. Okay. I'm gonna say that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? What's the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. You seem clueless about a lot of things. Okay. If you have really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Yeah. We still haven't gotten the cult confirmation or not yet. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Girl, do you know how old that judge is? He ain't getting it up just because you bounce your tits at him. Come on. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Alright, we got a revised testimony. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after... Hippie clothes? What the heck? She hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you, teehee? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Alright, we're not even getting questioned about that this time, so that's good. Alright. Okay, she's claiming she did see everything. Woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. I want to just check something. She was over here. So how did she dodge to the right? I want to ask that. Oops, not that. Dodged first attack and ran off to the right. Is that right as in your right as you look from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Gee, that don't make you look suspicious. Right, it was my right hand, right? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. Girl the hippie ran after her. She hit her with a weapon. I saw it. Curious about that one. Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock, the kind of statue clock, the thinker, I think.
Let's press her there. A clock. Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Let's see if presenting that clock does anything.
Objection!
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, would you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
Nope, I don't stick my dick in crazy. I said this last time. You're cute, but I ain't screwing with that. You just said this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Very true, very true. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No, I will not. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Still, it counts. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? As I heard it say the time.
From across the street? So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? Heard it from my hotel room, hee hee.
The law offices of Fay & Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? Oh, the clock is not that loud. Seriously, how stupid are these people? No, Your Honor, I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... I'm gonna drop the save real quick. Alright. She couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could not. Amateurs, amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Yes, it is! It is literally her claiming she saw somebody kill somebody with this object. Indeed, objection sustained. This world is full of idiots and egotists. Damn, time to switch directions, quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Oh, because it's empty. Right, the batteries were everything was taken out to hide the documents. The clock is missing its clockwork. Yes, there we go! Finally, people using their brains! How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar.
That?
That's the only part she cares about. Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. What do you have to throw at me now, you smarmy, sexy prick? He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? Oh, I know this one, actually. If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Yes, I can. Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Yes, my turn to be the smug bastard. Was it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is Maya's phone calls. Let's see. Aha, here we go. So, yep. That's the one. Yep, Maya's cell phone. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Yes, right reaction to have. Thank you, audience. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Yeah, neither was the autopsy you held back, a-hole. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. Oh, we're making him lose his cool. Gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Yeah, me too. That poor guy is gonna get reamed. He is not getting any sort of raise or bonus for a long time. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry.
September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clock was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. That's it, bitch. Squirm in terror, I've got you now. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock?
Is it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
Wink. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Judge! You were literally the judge of the case where we said that this was a handmade clock. I only have so much patience for this idiocy, please. Yes, I have objections. The witness claimed she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. I mean, the clock itself? It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
This thing is sold in stores.
Wow, materialistic much? Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh! He roasted her. Hmm? Oh? Excuse is not on sale today? Damn the follow-up bird! Get her ass, Phoenix! Get her ass! Oh, there's a crazy slippin'. There it is.
Listen to you, porcupine head. That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die.
Oh boy, not as cute anymore, is she, huh, guys? This is why I said, don't stick your dick in crazy. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh? Is it silly?
Kitty's showing her claws now, ain't she?
Did I, like, lose it? Guess I did, tee-hee. Wink.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? That's a JoJo level face right there. That is some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure level detailing in that anger. Girl got so angry she changed animes. Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... Quick save drop, because I'm not losing all of my momentum now, damn it. Was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard. That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. The wiretap. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. It's very much relevant. She was spying on her. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. Thank you, Judge. Thank you for holding the brain cell for once in this courtroom. It does not happen enough. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Yes! Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? And that was everybody's first now kiss moment. Here's my proof. That the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... Let's see. What is this time? It's a clock made to look like the statue of the thinker. Yep. So in her own words, she said it. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Alright.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again, what is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. She went JoJo again. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that, you lawyer? Oh, there's the crazy face. Love it. Love to see them unravel and squirm like insects in the wind.
It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
Oh, the crocodile tears. That did. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now deal with the final blow. Let's ask why the wiretap. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping or irrelevant?
Gosh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha, I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first who's thought that, and of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say. Way. Oh, I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service. That's what she's... that's what she's claiming. She was getting room service, but now that kind of defeats it.
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee. That's your defense here.
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Wink. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Then how is she a witness? So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant Maya Fey commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Alright, save real quick on that. Also, you're saying that she wasn't there for the time of the murder. So then how is she still a witness? I don't know if we can call the bellboy. You know, let's just continue examining her. Right, on with the cross-examination. What exactly do you have left to examine, Mr. Wright? Miss April May has admitted to the wiretap, yes. But it bears no relevance to the case at hand. Murder. There's no way you can prove any connection. Uh-oh. Think. This can't be the end, but I'm out of evidence. Then I believe the cross-examination is over. Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have any other witnesses to call? None, Your Honor. She's the last. What? But that means Maya's guilty? Wait, Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright. The defense would like to call the bellboy after all. Tisk. As I thought. May I remind you, dear Mr. Wright, should you question the bellboy, and Miss April May's alibi proves to be solid, then by default, your client, Miss Maya Fey, will be pronounced guilty. Are you prepared to accept my condition? Edgeworth, he's got me backed into a corner, but I don't see any other way to take this. I accept. Well, guess it's time to examine the bellboy. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Oh, sorry, had a pop-up, had to check it real quick. Okay. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Okay. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, I will be finished. Alright. Let's see what we can do with this room service. Received a call after 8 in the evening from her. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought at 9 on the dot. Let's press that. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. I brought it to her precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9, then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on the door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time, unless she's trying to give herself an alibi? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embrace her, sir. She gave you a hug and pushed her chest against you, didn't she? Embrace her? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. Oh, ho, ho, ho. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk, tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Do not give up. Wait. Please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Alright. Quick save so I don't mess it up. I'm gonna ask him about the room service. Tell me again about her room service. Again, sir. At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18. Does that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skip on the ice, sir. Wait a minute, you didn't say it was for 2.
What did he say?
What did you say? There we go. Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
Objection!
I object. That was objectionable. No, it wasn't. Even the judge knows it, dude. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... Edgeworth has been coaching the witnesses. He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof. Caught red-handed, you dirty, dirty manipulator. You fool. You are leading the testimonies. I've done it. I won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man who was with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. We got you on the ropes now, buddy. Your Honor, as had been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart amateur. Yep, that's right. Get mad, bro. Get mad. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Whoa, we have brought us another day! Alright. That was one intense court case.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really? Aww.
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know?
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine.
I now ship the two of you for eternity. If you say so.
So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. Yeah, you kind of can't charm your way out of wiretapping someone's phone. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis?
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
Alright. That is a great day for that. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. That might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. Now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. Victim dodged an attack that ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Alright. Well, if you ask me, that is a great place to end this episode. I cannot wait for the next part of the trial and seeing if we can clear Maya's name. We already made some good progress, and we exposed the crazy bitch for what she was. But we'll see if we can find out who the real murderer was next week. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!
Aw, game over already? Don't worry, there's always more fun to be had later. If you enjoyed your stay, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for visiting Arya's Arcade. Bye-bye!